At our offices, we have dealt with hundreds of foreigners from all over the world who have decided to settle in Spain, and we repeatedly see the same mistakes being made over and over again. Mistakes that, with a little preparation and awareness, could easily be avoided to ensure a smooth transition to a new life in the country. In this video, we've gathered the most common and important ones, so you don't make them as well. So stay tuned, because next we explore the 6 major mistakes you must avoid at all costs when starting your life in Spain. First of all, leaving your residency application for last minute. Perhaps the first and most important thing you must do when starting life in a new country is to ensure that the boring legal part is settled and on the right track. This is obtaining a valid residency permit that allows you to live and work legally in the country. So, if this is one of the key and most crucial parts of the process, it's surprising how many people tend to wait until the very end to address it. The fact is that most residency application takes time, and usually much longer than expected. So you'll need to fully understand how the process works in your specific case. Prepare all the required documents, submit the application, and also wait for your approval, which can take more than 3 months. Additionally, an important tip here: never underestimate the Spanish bureaucracy. If there's one thing that defines it, it's being slow. That's why you must plan your move well in advance, long before you board your plane to Spain, accounting for all the necessary steps and navigating them with enough time. And as a tip within this process, make sure to get your NIE as soon as possible. This number will be the key to all your subsequent legal steps in the country. Second mistake: not making your municipal registration or empadronamiento a priority can be one of the most important formalities you'll complete in your life as a foreigner in Spain. It's not only essential for all procedures with the immigration office, but also for future legal matters with other institutions. But what exactly is the empadronamiento? Basically, it's a document you'll receive confirming that you've registered at the local town hall as a resident, linking you to a specific municipality in the country. It's a document that states you live at a certain street and a certain number, and started doing so on a particular date. The mistake here is simple: not making this document your top priority when you arrive in the country. It should be one of the first things you do, and will help you immensely in the future, as you'll need it for almost everything. Access to healthcare, applying for and renewing your residency, and many other procedures won't be possible without this basic document. Here you can find a complete guide on how to get this document and what documents are required, and where to obtain it exactly. If you're finding this video interesting and would like to join the more than 100,000 people who are already benefiting from all our legal advice, don't forget to subscribe. We are posting new videos every single week. Third mistake is not joining foreigner communities in Spain. Many of the mistakes in this video could be avoided with a simple action: joining one of the many groups and communities of foreigners in Spain. Expatriates who have already been in your situation, who have faced the same problems and barriers you're experiencing right now, and who have had to find your ways to solve them. In other words, others like you, but with all the answers. That's why staying in touch with these communities can end up being very valuable. And in fact, it's quite easy nowadays, as there are many Facebook groups you can join for free, where foreigners ask their questions and share their advice and insight. Plus, there are meetups and other in-person events held in major cities where you can meet them. The fourth mistake would be entering Spain directly without a residency permit. While it's true that some residency permits can be applied directly from Spain after entering on a tourist visa, such as the student visa, investor visa, or the European Union family member card, this isn't always the case. In fact, all permits under the general immigration regime must be applied for directly from the country of origin. In this regard, it's common to find foreigners who have expected to obtain residency once they are already in Spain, only to discover they must return home and start the application process from scratch, either because the application should have been started before traveling, or because they are missing a crucial document that's back in their home country. Therefore, our recommendation is to plan ahead and understand the requirements for your own chosen permit. If after planning, ideally with an expert in immigration lawyer, you discover you can complete the entire process from Spain because the specific permit allows it and you're sure you have all the required documents, then travel directly to the country. But if not, take the time beforehand and avoid relocating without that certainty. The fifth problem would be buying a house too quickly, without renting first. Yes, buying property in the country has great advantages, such as directly obtaining a golden visa if the investment is over 500,000 euros. However, this comes with some risks. Spain is a diverse and varied country. No region is the same as another, and to ensure you choose the right place to live, there's no substitute for experiencing it firsthand. That's why our advice is to rent first. Rent an apartment, meet your neighbors, walk around and explore the surroundings, and experience what it's like to live there. Once you're sure you've found your place, Buy, using the expert tips, of course. This strategy can be really useful if you consider the high cost of making a mistake when choosing your residence. If you buy a new house, regret it, and want to sell to find a new opportunity, you lose between 19 and 23% in capital gains tax on the sale of any assets. And that's a lot of money. And the last mistake would be applying for residency on your own, using information found online. While it's true that there are hundreds of articles with a lot of information online nowadays, we must be cautious when relying on these sources, especially when it comes to something as important as applying for residence. We encounter many foreigners who started their process on their own, using various online sources to guide their actions, only to have backtrack and start again because of a crucial mistake. When applying for a residence permit, you need to prepare a lot of documentation and make sure you'll meet a list of requirements, which in many cases may be longer than what you find online. The problem is that in this field, there aren't many one-size-fits-all solutions, and thinking otherwise can lead to big problems. That's why our recommendation is always to work with an expert lawyer who can guide you step by step. This way, you can first understand all your options, determine which is the best based on your particular needs and situation, and then plan how to achieve your goal step by step, without missing any documents, without failing to meet that crucial hidden requirement that could result in your application being rejected. At Balsys Group, we want to make sure you avoid not only this last mistake, but also the other 5. So, if you want to start your life in Spain smoothly, contact us at info@balsysgroup.com and start today.